Over the last couple years, we've really become aware of the decline in cash and check giving to congregations. Perhaps you've noticed there seems to be less cash and fewer checks being put in the offering plate. Like other aspects of retail life in the United States, more and more people are using credit and debit cards. This means there's also been a significant growth in online giving. I've been looking here at the latest data that we have from a pilot that we did over the last 2 years. We identified 125 congregations who had not done any online giving with their members. In less than 1 year, these 125 congregations grew to almost $1.3 million in online receipts. Looking at the data from the second year, those amounts increased to almost 2.3 million. We can see that many people are becoming more and more comfortable giving to their congregation using online tools. We think this is important to note, particularly as congregations are looking at new ways to generate income sources or income flows to help grow their giving. Now, we've also learned a few other things from this study. For example, we know that when people give by credit card, the average gift size is usually larger than it is by cash or check. We know that people are not afraid to give larger gifts. Congregations who have received up to $12,000 gifts by credit card, which they may not have received during using a cash or check. We also see that people's giving patterns change because when people are giving online, they often will give more regularly, whether they are in church or not. It has helped congregations improve their cash flow. These are all reasons that we see for congregations to think about growing online giving. Now, when we say online, one of the ways that many congregations have participated in this is through what is called Simply Giving. Some of you may be familiar with that. It was introduced more than 10 years ago as a way for congregations to get started with some automatic payments. Simply Giving is actually managed by a company called Evangelical Payment Solutions, and they offer a variety of different kinds of online giving options. There are a number of companies that offer options. We're talking about things like giving from a kiosk. We're talking about being able to use a Square card reader. We're talking about being able to give over your phone. Each of these are different options that your congregation can easily make available to members. We see that members have been willing to adjust from the plate to doing online giving. Some feel a little uncomfortable that they're not putting dollars in the plate, and so congregations have put cards in the pews to help people then begin to do their giving by putting the card in the pew saying, "I gave electronically." As we look to the future, we see more and more of a shift towards online giving. We think this is an adjustment that is being made particularly among younger people, but not only among younger people. We think this is also a way that we can grow giving. I think of an example that I had in a conversation with a pastor recently that she said, we had a young couple who came to our congregation and began worshiping. They didn't join the congregation, but when we gave them the opportunity to give electronically, they started right up and started giving. It wasn't until several months later that they actually joined the congregation. So I think there's an openness to this, particularly among younger people. As we have talked with congregations about adapting this kind of opportunity, one of the challenges we've seen is that Some congregations say, well, we don't do that, or we wouldn't do that, or members wouldn't do that. I think we need to be open to the possibility that there are people who will give online. This includes making it available on your website. One of the things that we note is that many congregations have not clearly positioned a Donate Now button or something similar on their website. These are all options to help grow giving to your congregation so that we can do God's work together.